Is that closer to the 60-minute effort you're looking for after, the previous two games where it was like 1 period, 2 period? Is it closer to
Yeah, I thought we played a complete game. I thought we had poise. I thought we stayed on our toes in the third period. Made some good puck plays when they were trying to tie the game, so a much better complete game.
What did you think of Cal Peterson's performance tonight?
Yeah, didn't have a lot of work. Made some key saves at key times. Early on in the game, he moved the puck really well for us. It's a tough game. He hasn't played in a while, and against a good team, I thought he played well.
You mentioned that you thought that the break came at a good time, right? Now that you've won 3 games in a row, and I know maybe they haven't all been perfect performances, does it reassure you maybe in your own mind that this is that the identity has been reestablished and you can sort of maintain this now?
I think we know who we are. We know how we have to play. The biggest thing is, can we do it consistently? And I thought we started the game really well. It's 2 games. We've scored the first goal, which is really important for energy. If we're not all on that energy ride as far as playing on our toes, we'll struggle. So the biggest thing is we have got to be ready to play forward, north, check forward, take chances that way for us to be competitive.
I know with the goalies, I know you let Kim Dillabaugh handle a lot of that stuff, but when you have a guy who's gone as long as Cal had between starts here, do you talk to him at all? Just say, hey,
Nope.
You're an important part of this team. No.
And say a word to him.
John, you implied this morning that this was a little bit of a test for the room coming after Thursday's game. You didn't really talk to them about the game. You just sort of let the room kind of police itself in the situation. What did you, if anything, learn about the room given the response they provided tonight?
Yeah, I haven't learned anything new. I think the room is really good. I think they understand and they hold each other accountable. I knew how they felt after the last game. I walked in that room, and it wasn't a room that just won a 4-1 game. So I think it's very important for the coaching staff to let them alone and let them figure it out. If they're going to grow, we can't be in there holding hands all the time. So we didn't mention anything about the game. I thought they answered the proper way, starting the game, and I just like how we kept on building in our game. And in the third period, I thought we went through the front door. They tie us, but we just kept on pushing forward, held them to 2 or 3 shots. I just like the way we went through the front door, not on our heels.
Tortorella said that after the tying goal by the Kraken in the third period, that you kind of gave him a little bit of an earful on the bench. But obviously he came back and got the goal. How important is it to have him kind of get going maybe here?
Well, I respect Coots, but I needed more out of him. I was waiting most of the night for that to get going, and he probably doesn't need to hear it, but he probably will again if it happens that way. He's a pro. He knows when things are going well, when he needs to do more. But it was frustrating for me because we needed him, and he ends up scoring a goal next shift. So. And then he played some key minutes after that. So he's a huge part to this team if we're going to win. And he's not allowed to have a bad night or take a night off. He's not allowed. We're not good enough for him to be average.
The same thing with Scott Long having his goal tonight too.
Lots was good, played with energy, scored a huge goal for us to take the lead, to get the first goal of the game. Another guy that's been inconsistent. But they're 2 very similar guys. They know, but they're going to be coached.
Body language, like he.
Oh, that was FU to me. Yeah, I'm sure it was. So be it. That's part of it. But that's what I like about him, though. He's a crusty old pro, and he's a huge part of this. Let me tell you something. I have a tremendous amount of respect for him, how he's handled this year after taking 2 years off. But there's no free passes. We need him terribly in games to be consistent.